Hi, I'm Helena. I'm one of the founders of Glimpse, and today we're going to walk through what it looks like to create a room on Glimpse, invite some people, and then we can dive deep into how to optimize specific tags for your event. Let's get started. Cool. So what you see here is Glimpse logged in. Here I can create a room, I can join a room, I can look at all my past rooms, and I can expand that if I click on View All Rooms. At any point, I can click on one of these rooms and see more about it, see who's in the room by clicking on members, and get my invite key. Before we get ahead of ourselves, let's figure out how to create a room. If you click on the large create button, a modal comes up where you can name your room. I'm going to name this room Xmas Chats. Come together as a family. Because traveling this season is not recommended. We can set a date and a time. Perfect. At 3 p.m. Love that. Perfect. We could be done right now. If I hit create room, my room is ready. I can copy this invite link, open a new browser, and make sure it's all working. Here, I could either enter this room key and hit go to get a preview of the room, or I can copy the invite link and share that with my community, my family, my school. And you'll see when I paste this in here, perfect, I can hop on in. You'll notice as a new guest, there's several different ways of continuing and entering the room. One of them is hitting continue as a guest. When clicking continue as a guest, all you have to fill in is your name and a one-liner. One-liner is optional, so all you really need is your first name. You can hit save, adjust our video and sound inputs. There we are, and hit go. You'll notice this is a very basic setup. Once I enter the room, I will be matched randomly with other people. Instead, let's add a bit of complexity to this to show you the full power of Glimpse. So back to the room admin side of things. At any point, if I want to make changes to my room, I click on the room and select Edit Room on the top left. Here, I can add a lot of customization and branding, such as a banner, such as a photo booth, personalized icebreaker questions, and more. So let's walk through how all of these work. I'm going to select to add a banner. And as a former Blue Devil, I have to use the travel. There we go. That's going to upload. While that's uploading, we can take a look at icebreaker questions. We've pre-made a lot of packs for you and are working on more. So you can feel free to select from these packs or add custom questions. When you add custom questions, they'll be interspersed with the question packs. You can also turn off all of the question packs and just add your own custom questions. So let me pick a couple random ones here. Of course, you want to put more care and thought into the questions that are being prompted for your members. These will come up during the matches in a random order. I can also customize a photo booth. So a photo booth will also show up inside of the match if both people consent to it. We have a winter frame here, which I can select. I can also upload a custom frame. Since we're a bit far from snow right now, I could upload a fall frame that I made. You'll have to make these separately, but any 16 by 9 dimensional will work. So here's my fall frame. Let me upload this, hit submit, and in just a moment, we'll be able to select it. There we go. If your event is a bit more professional, you can always turn off features like photo booth. You can also turn off icebreakers entirely and mini games and a social connect. This will ensure that the focus of the match is purely the conversation. This is recommended only if people have entered Glimpse knowing exactly what to talk about. Typically, it is useful to introduce something as simple as icebreakers, just to make sure people are very comfortable when they're meeting new people. Photo booth, even in professional settings, I would highly recommend. I think it's a hoot, and most people think so too. A lot of people have tended to run photo booth competitions. So incentivizing your community to take pictures together and sending out an award if, well, to the group that had the most creative selfie together. By uploading your own frame, you can brand this like your company, your organization, and add logos to it. And that'll be superimposed onto the photo booth. Keep in mind that since this is added on top of someone's face, to keep the background transparent. If the background is white, the frame will be the only thing in that photo booth. Perfect. You might be wondering, what are documents? So documents allow you to upload resumes or a pitch deck or any other PDF during your conversation. That'll be superimposed right here in front of your match's face. For now, let's keep that off. Let's explore how the matching actually happens. Currently, it's set to round robin matching. That means everybody is randomly paired with other people in the room. Instead of this, we can select optimize matchmaking. Here we can add certain tags that users, as they're joining, can identify with. They're going to select one or more that they are, and then one or more that identify with people they want to match with. I'll walk through exactly what I mean by this. So let's say this is Christmas chats, and we have elves, and we have reindeer, and we have Santa. We could also have children. And of course, I don't know if you're actually running an event like this, but imagine this fitting your use case or need. This could be a student and a recruiter. This could be an alumni and a student. It could be a freshman and a sophomore. But know that you could have as many of these tags as you want. We do recommend having less than 10 though, otherwise people get overwhelmed with choices. All right, 2 minutes seems a bit on the short side for talking to Santa, so let's up that to about 4 minutes. That'll get us through a carol or two. If we explore advanced settings, there's some additional things that you can turn on for your room. One of these is turning off repeat matches. In a standard Glimpse room, once you've matched with everybody, you'll get rematched. You can also get rematched if there's a long wait time to meet Santa, because there's only one Santa and 20 elves. So by turning on no repeat matches, it guarantees that you're only talking to every person one time. I personally recommend turning it off unless you really, really believe that for your event, you want to strongly enforce this. So I'm going to keep this off. You can adjust how long people can extend by. So in a typical Glimpse chat, you can choose to add time. If I, as one of the two people in the call, click the add time button, your match has hit accept. Once they hit accept, additional time is added. This identifies how much additional time is added. And this identifies how many times I can add time. If you don't have a strong preference or it's your first time running an event, we recommend keep this normal. And then we will, with an email follow-up after every event, let you know how many times people extended, how many times people skipped, how many times people ended a call early. And those will help you tailor your future events to ensure that you have the right length of extensions and the right number of extensions. If you're on a tight schedule with your Glimpse events, you can even turn this to 0 extensions. Then members will have to end on the dot. I think we set it to 4 minutes. So on the dot at the end of 4 minutes, the room will end and they'll go on to their next match. Starting with a lobby, this is an experimental new feature. By the time you're watching this, maybe it'll be our best feature yet, but currently we do recommend keeping it disabled unless you've had a one-on-one chat with us. I am leaving my Calendly link in the description below, so book some time with me if you want to walk through what that looks like. This is great for groups that are on the smaller end and they're looking to do an entry video or an entry kind of group conversation with, 30, 40 people. And then the room creator hits a start matchmaking button. Once they do that, then the matches begin. In a typical Glimpse room, everybody just starts matching right away. So I will probably be updating this video in the coming weeks with that information, but know that in this current date, November 21st, we do recommend keeping this off unless you've had a conversation with us. Guest account. So you noticed on the right, when we were joining as a guest user, we didn't have to give any personal information. If you would want personal information from your users and being able to follow up with them better, go to this advanced settings page and turn off guest access. Then new members will have to sign up with email, phone number, or Facebook. You can always upload a welcome video. So instead of having this entry room where you're talking to everybody, instead upload a short 2-minute video of you talking to the camera. They can all watch it on their own time, hop in late or early, and kind of have that same experience, and you don't have to keep repeating yourself. If you're looking for SAML, Shibboleth, SSO, or any other advanced security settings, such as whitelisting, please reach out to us. Again, link is in the description below. I am happy to talk to you about how we can make that happen for your organization. We hit save and we're ready. So now we have a custom banner image, and we've identified, which add-ons we want. We can see how many members we have. It's us and then the person that I joined with. And we can easily see your invite key and copy it for future usage. I can at any time also invite a bulk set of members by clicking on this calendar invite, using my preferred calendar provider, and going from there to add my guest list. If you're familiar with how Google Calendar works, you can easily paste in a list of guests. We have prepared a description for you. Feel free to use this or modify it however you see fit. Cool. Okay, so without further ado, we can actually hop into the room now. Unlike before, now we get to select from a list of types. Let me adjust my camera once more. Perfect. Here I can say, I am a child. Match me with everybody. I'm at a Christmas social to meet a bunch of people. On this side, let me refresh to make sure the newest information. I can select, I am Santa, match me with everybody but Santa. I don't need to talk to myself. And what you might have noticed if you're paying close attention is that you can actually select to identify with more than one. For this scenario, that's not that relevant, but imagine matching a bunch of freshmen in college based on interests. You would have more than one interest, and you could say, I'm interested in biology and math. Match me with people who are interested in art and science. And in that scenario, you allow a lot of flexibility and agency for everybody participating. Amazing. Let's hop right in. You'll notice we're going to get paired right away. Cool. I see the name, the bio, the tags. I can hit accept or skip. Let's accept for now. This is what a glimpse conversation looks like. You'll notice that I actually turned off the add time button. Otherwise, that would be right here. I would click on that. I can see a preview of myself, a beautiful yellow rectangle, and I can see who I'm talking to in the middle. I can click on their name at the top to see more about their profile, and I can at any point send them a message here in the chat. If I click next question, it'll prompt another question. This is synced across both users, and I can also use this text field to just send any other chat message, like, hello, Lola. Here is my personal website. And I can see links upon someone sent, and that'll link you to joinglimpse.com. Photo booth, like I mentioned, is a super fun feature we recently built. If you click on take a photo, your match is prompted. Would you like to take a picture together? I'm going to say yes. And there's the frame. So the frame gets added right onto the picture. We get the picture here in the chat, and we also receive it after every conversation in the entire group. So here, as a room host, I'm going to now end the call early, say my goodbyes, and go on to my next match. Here, I can also pull up the group chat and message here while I'm waiting with other people. You made it, we're done. We created a room, we invited a guest, and we matched with that guest. Of course, there's a lot more details that we can dive into, but feel free to go and explore the platform and come back to us with any questions you have. In the meantime, I'll be recording additional demo videos to help you get started. But if there is something that isn't answered out there, please feel free to reach out at support@joinglimpse.com or by scheduling a time with me down there from the descriptions on my Calendly. Thanks again. Happy to have you as a Glimpser.